My name is Mohammed Ramadan, County Commissioner Garissa. Today, we're here at Nomad Hotel to participate in a policy revision of a policy document for the MSEA Act of 20 Policy of 2020. We're revising it to the MSME policy of 2025. A lot has happened in this country as far as the MSME is concerned. And we all know very well that the largest population in this country, close to 93%, depends entirely on the micro, small and medium enterprise for job creation, for income generation, as well as wealth creation. So it was vital to revise that policy to be in tandem with the many other policies, including BETA, like the bottom-up transformation agenda that is fronted by the Kenya Kwanza government. The participants are drawn from all sectors, that is from the business community as well as government institutions and other institutions dealing with the issues or matters relating to investment. So as is to encourage those who are not able to attend this function to look into that draft online and give their input, as well as share with the many who cannot have access to the internet. This country must grow, and the growth can only be achieved if we all play an active role. The times when there was abundance of income and free income is long gone. We must become so much engaged into creating wealth and income. We have to create jobs, particularly here in Garissa. We have to look at the very relevant sectors, that is agriculture, the retail industry and livestock, where there are opportunities to be exploited. And I'm calling for that conversation where all the leaders and members of the public will have to participate in an understanding of what needs to be done in order for us to be able to prosper as a county. We have many opportunities. We already have the water and the Tana River and the little rain that falls in the 2 seasons. We have good soil in many parts of this county. We have the livestock, which has all along been the mainstay of the community here. But very little has been done, particularly in the livestock sector, to grow it, to turn it around and make it more enterprisal and make it like a business as such. The few traders who are involved in it are doing it for subsistence. And I think it's a sector which has a great potential. Also in its milk production, for example, the camel milk has not been properly managed. We do not have milk cooling plants in this county to process that milk and sell it outside this region. And this milk, if properly collected and cooled and processed, it can fetch good market outside this region. The meat, we export live animals. That way we cannot create employment. We must come up with a better way of processing meat, for example, for export. And those markets are there. The breeds which are common here do not meet the international standard. And this one cannot happen by chance. It must be worked upon for it to be able to feature well into the international market. So that's the way we can create wealth to the Garissa people. So this conversation is very, very vital, is very necessary, and we encourage people to participate actively in this particular policy in order for us to be able to bring a change in the way we do things. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is Reynold Njwe from the Micro Small Enterprise Authority, the Acting Director, Planning, Partnership and Advocacy. We work under the State Department for MSME Development, and we are here today to collect views from the public on the draft MSME Policy 2025 and the proposed amendment to the MSEA Act of 2012. So the main agenda here today is, after the development of the Act, the Constitution requires that we undertake public participation to get views of the people on the Act, and that is why we are here today. The policy has been developed through a very consultative process, and a technical working group that worked on the policy identified various key challenges that affected the Act and the gaps under the previous policy that we are trying to come up with interventions and goals that we are going to support the MSME sector. And the policy has identified various challenges, including access to finance, access to markets, access to decent and affordable infrastructure facilities are some of the major challenges that are affecting the MSE sector, and also the gap in terms of the missing middle, where the previous MSE policy did not cater for the medium enterprises, and that is what now we are trying to introduce under the new policy that we are gathering. The policy has also identified 8 key policy objectives and goals that we will be implementing to be able to support the MSME sector so that they can be able to be productive, competitive and sustainable. Our aim is to have an MSME sector that is growing and not stagnating, and one of the gaps we realized as we did our literature review has been that most of our MSMEs do not survive to their 5th birthday, and many of them stagnate. They remain micro and they not transit to the to the either small enterprise or medium or even large enterprises. So this policy framework is here to provide interventions that we as government can be able to other stakeholders in the MSME ecosystem, development partners can be able to utilize to be able to support the MSMEs towards transitioning from micro to small and small to medium enterprises.